after our advisory yesterday, we're still seeing that warning in effect even through tomorrow. Here's a look at our current temperatures. It's 58 in Santa Barbara, 57 in Santa Maria, 56 in San Luis Obispo, and 59 in Paso Robles. So things definitely warming up in North County compared to yesterday. You can see a whole 4-degree difference in Paso Robles. Compare that to down 3 degrees in San Luis Obispo. Not much of a change in Santa Maria or Santa Barbara. If we look at some of our watches and warnings out there right now, we're keeping an eye on that high surf warning that's in effect for this green area right here. So that goes all the way from Cayucas down to close to Santa Barbara. So we're looking at high surf, large breaking waves, 15 to 20 feet. And the biggest impacts are on those west-facing beaches. So that high surf comes along with some really dangerous conditions out there. So keep that in mind if you are going out to the beach today, and it should wear off by tomorrow evening, but if you have morning plans there, keep that in mind. We're also looking at a high wind warning for this area in the yellow. So that's 25 to 40 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 65 miles per hour, and that's specifically pretty bad in Santa Barbara County's mountain areas. So not as bad in the city, but if you go out at all into the mountains, it's pretty gusty. Those winds right now, we're looking at 20 miles per hour in Santa Maria, 12 in San Luis Obispo, and as low as 7 in Lompoc right now. And those winds are going to start to back off as we go into tomorrow, but looking at our forecast for the winds, we're going to see those winds starting to pick back up as we head into the weekend. So looking here, we get up to 21 miles per hour in Lompoc by tomorrow, early tomorrow, and then it starts to back off down to pretty manageable wind conditions in most areas, not quite as gusty, and then really backs off by Friday. However, I want to show you in the upper level forecast here why we're going to see those winds coming back on Saturday. So right now you can see these two different air masses. There's the warm one and here's the cool one. And when those start to move into a pattern that keeps us trapped in the middle, you can see right here, we're in between these two, and that's going to create a really big gust of wind. So by Saturday, winds are going to move back into our area. By Monday, they should mix out. So prepare for some pretty windy conditions on Saturday. Our microclimate model, though, showing pretty clear skies, not a whole lot of cloud cover there throughout the rest of this week, and that's because of those winds. So any area that's protected from the winds by mountains or valleys, those will have a little bit more cloud cover because the winds aren't pushing the clouds out of that area. But as you can see, going into Saturday, we really don't have much, if any, kind of cloud cover in our area. Forecast for tomorrow is looking pretty nice, 60s pretty much everywhere you go. In Santa Barbara County, we're looking at mid to high 60s. 5 Cities area is looking at low to mid 60s with some higher 60s on the beaches, and then low to mid 60s in San Luis Obispo County. For our 5-day forecast, we're looking at 60s throughout the week for Santa Maria and Santa Barbara, with the warmest day likely being Friday. So up to 67 degrees on Friday in Santa Maria and 68 degrees in Santa Barbara by Friday, with not a whole lot of fluctuation moving into the rest of the weekend. Paso Robles is looking at a high of 63 on Friday, but backing down to the high 50s by Monday of this coming week. San Luis Obispo high of 67 by Friday, but also dropping down as those winds pick up going into the weekend. Richard?